You're now listening to Figure It Out, a custom 1/6 figure podcast dedicated to those who recognize work of excellence. And now, here's your host, Stiff Richards.
What is going on, guys? Stiff Richards here, back again with the good old podcast. Your favorite podcast because you don't have a choice because it's the only one. All right, guys, so it's really, really early. I had to get up early because of the location of my guest here on this episode. I also wanted to let you guys know before we start this off that I do plan on interviewing artists. Like the main point of this podcast was to do a lot of artist interviews. The problem with that is a lot of these artists, and I didn't even think about this shit when I started this, but a lot of these artists don't fucking know English. So, I mean, they know a little bit of English, but it has to be like scripted. So I made a list for every artist that I'll be interviewing, and they're going to be practicing. So artist interviews are coming, just so you guys know. I don't want you to think I'm just going to be, calling a collector or just sitting in front of the camera and just blabbing. So that is coming. Also, I plan on having like one episode drop like once a month maybe. I don't plan on doing it like 3-4 fucking times a week. I wanted to start faster and build a solid base, if you will, to kind of get the ball rolling. But once I get 5, 6, or 7 episodes, I plan on, chilling a little bit, and then maybe like the first of the month I'll drop the episode or whatever. So, with that being said, we're hanging out. It's early in the morning here in Minnesota. I am going to be calling Odell Young, Mr. fucking mrlicudown99. Anybody who's been in the hobby for a long time knows that Odell is a maniac. And people kept saying, the first 3 episodes, a lot of people are like, wow, man, you're really tame. But people want to hear that drama. You know what I'm saying? They want to hear the drama and the fucking arguing. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I understand that drama sells. I'm very well aware of that, guys, obviously, because that was my main goal the first time. I haven't talked to Odell in a long-ass time, so we're going to see what's going on here. So let's call him up here. Odell lives in Korea right now. So it's fucking like 3 in the morning.
Still.
Odell.
Yo.
You here?
Can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, this is Odell, everybody. He is live and I am recording, so don't say stupid shit. You feel what I'm saying? What time is it over there?
It's like 1:19 in the morning.
So you live in Korea right now?
For right now, trying to avoid this fucking virus.
The coronavirus?
Mm-hmm.
So Rain Man texted me a picture from his work studio, and when I tell you that the line to get a mask was like 6 miles long, it was fucking insane. And he said that Korea is like completely fucked right now with the coronavirus. So you just stay inside or what?
Nah, they don't need a mask. They just need to stay away from people that are sick. And if they have a cough or whatever, cough into their arm. Don't cough out in the fucking air next to people and shit like that. I don't have a mask and I'm fine.
So you're walking around with all the Asians without a mask?
Hell no. I go to work and I come back home. That's it.
So is your job down over there like military shit or what?
I'm a contractor over here. So the base is like 5 minutes away from where I'm at.
Damn. So being in Korea, all of our favorite artists are in Korea. You can just fucking walk to Yunsil's shop or what? You said you were at Yunsil's yesterday or 2 days ago. What is that like? For those of you watching, Yunsil is one of the top tailors in the hobby, and she's affordable. I mean, we're not talking fucking AdBlue or Hyun Jun, that one fucking dingbat. She's affordable. Tory Box, Yunsil, same thing. A lot of you guys get that mixed up. So Odell is in Korea, and probably 6 months ago he uploads a video like in Yunsil's shop, like fucking hanging out with the queen herself. Would you like to tell the viewers what that is like, sir?
All right, so she's out in Busan, which is like 3 hours away from where I'm at. So I got to catch the bullet train out there. She stays, so like her shop is, it's weird because she's like in a neighborhood that you would think is like a hood, but she's like on the third floor, and this is just a small shop where she sits, and she's got like 3 other people in there that inspect the clothing when it's done, and then they package it up and box it up and send it off. She'll have a complete display on the wall of like a lot of the outfits that she's done. And then on the other side of the room, like she doesn't do just 1/6 scale. She does those ball jointed dolls, which is like some could be a 1/3 scale, some could be a 1/4 scale.
All right.
She does outfits that big as well. She just doesn't do 1/6.
So
on the other,
my bad. Okay, so Yunsil used to be like Rain Man and like Kim Sarong's like exclusive tailor, if you will, before everybody knew her. So I was under the impression that Yunsil and maybe one person helping her in the beginning, but when she kind of converted into Tory Box, I thought that, you know, it was like 25 fucking people in a factory making this shit now. So you're telling me that it's a little place in the Korean ghetto, and
no, there's a factory somewhere.
Oh,
I didn't go specifically there.
Okay, so what, the prototype is made there and then sent off to a factory?
Yeah, because when I went there to go take a look at the suit that I got done for Pac, she already had it there. And then when I asked her about the Prince outfit, because I wanted to add something to it, she said it was already over in the shop being made.
Oh. So you're telling me that all of our custom clothing is made in the same shop Redman's is?
No, ain't no Redman out here.
All right. just checking. So you went up in there and you were like, "Hi, I'm Odell. I'm the guy that is doing the fucking Tupac and Prince." And she like let you in there and you guys hung out. You hung out with Yunsil.
I was only there for maybe like 45 minutes. She's not like fluent in English too well, so she was just showing me some changes that she did and some additions that she made.
How old is she? I know that's a weird question.
She looked like she was in her 30s.
Oh, so she was looking at you with the freaky eye, wishing you'd lay some pipe or what?
Shit, I wish.
Yeah. So she's younger, and she's younger, and then okay, so she is still initially in charge of the prototype, and then she sends it off, or her crew looks over the quality, and then she sends it off, and fucking it's made by the gang in a factory.
So what she does is, let's say whatever character, like, okay, for Purple Rain, she'll watch the movie. So you can send all the photos that you want. She'll take that, but she'll actually sit there and watch the movie and do still shots and get every detail as much as she can off on there. And then she'll start building up the prototype. And that's when she shows pretty much everyone. And, if they say, hey, I'm good with that, then they send that off to the factory and they pretty much do exactly what she did.
Huh. So would you like to talk about, the clothing runs and the wait times, and maybe we'll touch up on people running, and you can kind of explain to the guys listening how to be kind of some shit that you've talked about on your YouTube channel before.
It's all right. So, and a lot of people will sit there and be like, "Oh my God, it's Odell talking shit," and it's not. A lot of y'all should sit there and listen to what I have to say, because I've been right since like day one about how folks just sit here and do these runs, and then how many people we had so far now run off with money? Like 3 people ran off with tens of thousands of dollars.
right.
of people's money. And just recently, this Matilda run from what was that movie called with Leon, The Professional?
Yeah.
They were supposed to do her, and the dude that was running it just disappeared. And people put all this their deposits in and everything like that. So here's the thing: these clothing runs, by all means, everybody's entitled to use Yunsil and use her for whatever. But some of the shit is ridiculous. And okay, the one that really irritated me was that Princess Leia outfit that Hot Toys already did, but people wanted to do a run and redo her dress, and I own that figure, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with her dress? It's fine. Why are you sitting here doing 100-something outfits? Because it irritates me, because now that's making her schedule even longer when you got people out there that are trying to do something that's never been done before.
What about Superman? Didn't she do Superman and shit too? Isn't there a Hot Toys fucking Superman, Odell?
Now, here's the thing with Superman. I agreed with that, because the Hot Toys Superman, you got the S that's like a sticker on the fucking chest. The one that they did was actually how the outfit was in the film.
Okay, but the Princess Leia there's no excuse for that shit.
Man, they trying to do the Emperor. I'm like, why are y'all sitting here doing outfits over again that Hot Toys already produced? And Hot Toys is shit. I remember back in the day, people complained so much about Hot Toy prices. Now they're adding an additional $400 on top of that to sit here and get an outfit done. I'm not even going to talk about that fucking Joker outfit, man. It's ridiculous.
The Heath Ledger Joker?
Man, it's now the one that's
Joaquin Phoenix.
Now. Yeah.
Has the Heath Ledger Joker outfit been released yet?
It's about to, finally.
How long has that been? Like, I just heard a couple people talking shit about that the other day.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Like few years?
So here's the thing. And once again, I ain't calling out no names.
Just fucking, like it don't matter. Just go, bro.
Nah, I'm not getting into all that. I ain't doing that shit. But here's the thing: on the website that Yunsil is doing now with Project Progress, they started that because of the email I sent to them. I sat there and I told them, you guys need to show something on here with the progress of certain runs. So if you guys are being commissioned to do something, if you need to state that either how much it's going to cost for the run, or which they said they weren't going to do that, but they stated that what they were going to do is they're going to give updates as far as when the run was paid and what their status is, if they're sourcing the samples out or if they're working on the prototype or whatever. So before that, they didn't have nothing. So when people are sitting here doing clothing runs, now I've done plenty enough. It is a hard job to sit there and do. So if you want to make some money off of it, I'm cool if you want to add an additional $20, $25 on it. But if you're going to sit there and overcharge people almost $200-$300 more on an outfit and make like, $8,000 all together, I mean, the shit is ridiculous. People need to realize whoever's doing a run, they are getting almost maybe $20,000 in their PayPal account. So before Yunsil had this update progress on her website, I mean, what do you think people are doing if you got 20 G's in your PayPal account? What do you think that some people are going to sit there and go do?
I'm going to be paying taxes, motherfucker, because you can't be taking in all that money without fucking the big guys coming for you. I've always wondered that. Like, these guys have to be claiming that or writing it off or something, because that shit's fucking rowdy. But let's backtrack real quick. A lot of the guys watching, they may be new. So what Odell is talking about is, let's just say somebody wants to do a run of, what are you working on right now? Another fucking Tupac or some shit? How many Tupacs have you done, Odell?
Dude, I've only done 2.
Okay.
2 different ones.
And that's some shit that we can talk about in a little bit. But so let's just say Odell wants to do a Tupac run, right? He contacts Yunsil, figures out the clothing that he wants, gets a price. He makes a thread. Now, he asks everybody for a deposit. So he fills the list up, he gets a deposit, and then Odell will pay the tailor. When he says that people are running off of people's money, some of these guys are taking all the payments and then completely disappearing, which, I mean, PayPal, I think you have 180 days to open up a claim. I don't know, with the wait times and with custom figures in general, I can see how that 80 days can pass and then people are fucked. So that's what he's saying when people are running away from with tons of money. Now, what up?
No, I was saying you're right. After 180 days, you can't do shit.
Right. So I uploaded a video. I don't know who even made that video. I think it was my buddy Alex. That one Mexican dude laughing about whatever the clothing runs. But what people what these run organizers are doing is, and I personally, dude, I don't give a fuck about it. Like, I agree with you. Like, if you want to make $25 or $50 a set, that's fine. Like a little finder's fee, whatever. But when these guys are charging like $200 more, $100 more even, that's kind of sketch. Okay, so these run organizers, they contact Yunsil. They say, how much for the outfit? Yunsil says $325 an outfit. And then they go to the thread and they say, hey guys, $525. Make sure you pay me now, please. Gift preferred. And then they pocket $200. They go to the mall and they buy a pair of Jordans. That's what Odell is kind of talking about. I just wanted to make that a little more clear for the new guys watching.
I'm not saying everybody does that,
no.
But there have been some runs where people have been asking, like, yo, it's like a year and a half later, where's the prototype at? And the person's like, they're still working it. But you don't know. You don't have no way of sitting there seeing, okay, did you still get the payment? Are they still working on it? You just got to go off on that person's word.
But you said that the website now updates everything. I've been doing this for 8 years. I have never, and this is my right hand to God, no bullshit. I have never once been on Yunsil's website, ever. I've never been on it, and I'm not saying that's good or bad, but I don't know what it was like, and now I don't know, obviously, what it's like now. So you're saying before, everybody was in the dark, and now they update it with when the actual clothing run is paid, correct?
Yeah, so you can look at it and they'll say that the deposit was made and that they are booking, they're completing the booking of the project. So
wasn't that your idea? Was that your idea? Is that why they're doing that now?
I told them they need to have something because I was like, too many people have ran off now with money and disappeared, and no one has any clue as far as like what's going on. And it'll be easy for them. So someone's like, okay, for this Friday, I'm collecting everything. I'm doing Candyman.
We all know you're doing fucking Candyman. We'll talk about it. But Jesus Christ, let's just talk about Candyman real quick now. So I'm gonna give you my honest opinions and what I've heard from a few other people. Now this is what happens. So Odell did Prince. I can put Prince up here now. This is Prince, Odell. This took a long time. How long? Like fucking 4 years?
No, that took about 3.
So this took about 3 years. Figure's gorgeous. It's obviously Prince. Prince literally lived like 6 minutes from my house. Prince is huge where I'm from. Huge. Minneapolis, Minnesota, son. Okay, so Odell did that. And then he did a Tupac. This is his Tupac. I don't know which fucking version. I feel like there's a million Tupacs in 10 different sizes. He did Biggie, and now he's doing Candyman. So this is, and you'll be able to explain to the viewers here. This will be good, good promo for your new run. So what happens is Odell he's been saying, don't sleep on Candyman, don't sleep on Candyman, because people slept on Prince, right? And once Prince was done, the box is fire too. Who made that box?
Beto.
Oh, Beto. Beto Matali did the box. So once the figure's done, everybody wants to jump on. And it apparently, Yeah, it annoys the piss out of you. It makes you fucking hate life. So the same with Tupac. Everybody, you want in on Tupac? Tupac's done. Then everybody wants it. Nobody can get it. So Odell has, we'll let you explain in a second. Odell has a Candyman coming out. Obviously, Yunsil, I would be guessing, on the clothing. And would you like to tell the audience who was on the sculpt, please?
So, what's his name? Sculptor Jay. I don't know his real name in Korean.
He's like top 5 in Korea, bro.
So I was gonna quit, or not quit, but I was gonna take a long fucking break after Prince because that shit it's still giving me a headache right now. I still got like 9 more boxes to ship out. This whole virus thing has slowed that shit down. But anyway, after doing that run, I got a fucking headache, and I was just like, I'm taking a kick back. And finally, one of the best sculptors out here in Korea, because everybody else ignores me, he hit me up and he was like, dude, what do you want to do? And I'm like, are you fucking for real? I'm like, you got time to do, work nights? Like, yeah, what do you want to do? And so I was like, shit, I've always wanted a fucking Candyman. And right away, he was like, he loved the fucking movie, and he's like, man, I'm down. I'll do it. And I was like, man, don't bullshit me, because I just finished this run. I really don't want to jump into another one. But he said, if you want me to do it, I'll do it. So I've been going around. I got like 10 dedicated souls right now. He just finished the whip, and when I say that shit is fire, is this dude used to work for Hot Toys, and he's kind of like YJ Park. Did I say? I think I said his name.
Yeah.
So he's like YJ Park. This ain't. He's not doing this on computer, not 3D. When he showed me that whip yesterday, I fucking pissed my pants.
And you can't show it until it's done. Okay, so let me. This ain't for the viewers. This is for your fucking ass. Let me explain something. And we haven't talked about this. Okay, so people ask me this all the time. What makes a figure a bash, and what makes a figure like a custom figure run or what have you? So we all know that these custom figures are extremely, like, the prices are inflated, like high. It's this hobby is based on hype, like strictly hype. Now with hype, we're talking name brand artists, okay? So, Rain Man is a brand that offers a specific product. Beetle Metalli is a brand that offers a specific product. They have their stamps on the figure. Now, here's an example. Are you there still? I think I hung up on him.
Yeah.
No, he's here.
No,
okay,
I'm here.
so K. June, he's been doing those the Edward Scissorhands. I'm a fucking huge Edward Scissorhands guy. Got the Edward Scissorhands tattoo like a liberal. I love Edward Scissorhands. Now, here's a perfect example. If you look at Edward Scissorhands, what I would be doing is I would be buying the Scott Peterson Edward Scissorhands. Nothing against Scott Peterson. He did a great job. I'm just a little bit more into, K. June sculpt. So what I would be doing is sending Scott Peterson, which I basically need the clothes. I'd be sending it to fucking K. June. He would be doing the head, the hair, the paint, etc. He'd be modding the hands, all that shit. Like if you look at the Jesus figure, okay, that Jesus figure he just came out with, the only thing that K. June did was the head sculpt and the paint. I mean, you had Doggy Doc on the hands and the ball cleaner. You had Robbie the painter on the ball, the shoes.
Yeah.
You had Stanley Kubrick on the artwork. Literally, the only thing that K. June did was the head and the paint and the assembly, but it's a K. June release, okay? That's his product, that's his brand, that's his name on the figure. Now, this Edward Scissorhands shit, it would be the same shit as Jesus. Yunsil on the tailoring, possibly Full Metal on the fucking hands, K. June on the paint, the sculpt, the hair, the presentation, the box, but it's still it's not a run released by K. June, so it's technically a bash. Now, getting back to Candyman, I am not doubting that fucking Candyman is going to be fire and desire, because the shit that you've released in the past, it's presentable, like straight up. I mean, I don't want to have fucking rappers and shit in my DTOFs. I'm more of a movie kind of guy. I love the Prince. I'm not going to knock that either. It's a great looking figure, even though I think you got the goddamn guitars off of that Instagram ad. Did you? Those keychains?
No. This is some dude that built he built a bigger one, like in 10-inch. I think he built them like 10 inches. So I asked him if he could build it much smaller. Trust me, if I could have got Robbie to do it, I would have gotten him to do it.
And maybe you can do that in the future. But back to the Candyman, and this is just me trying to explain. Okay, so I wanted to do this K. June Edward Scissorhands thing. K. June wanted, I can't remember what it was, $1,300 for the head. And I mean, that's understandable. It was more than I expected, but you have to realize once you do, $1,300 for the head, $2,000 for the figure, for the DX. If I have, John doing the scissor hands, John's work is phenomenal, but it's not cheap. You're looking at, I would guess, at least $1,500, $1,800 for the hands. Now I'm like, well over $4,000, $4,500, and it doesn't have the brand name, and people are skeptical of that. Now, backing up to Candyman, if you had a full prototype done, and I know that's way easier said than done. If you were to get a prototype done, and you were to show that motherfucker in a video or post it all over the internet, I guarantee you it would sell. People are just a little bit hesitant to throw. I don't even know what you're asking. It has to be over $2,000, right? What's the price at Candyman?
So if he's gonna do an alternate head as well. So that's gonna push it over a little bit over $2,000.
Right, and that's honestly that is a good price if you're getting two heads from him. Depending on who paints it, who's painting it?
He does it.
Oh, so fuck yeah! That is that is totally understandable. Who's doing the hook?
We're still talking about that.
All right. So depending on,
obviously,
hit up Doggy Doc, bro.
Yeah, either that or Verona, or I can go to John, but of course John's going to be crazy money.
But he's quality, bro.
Yeah, no doubt.
I haven't seen anything much better than my boy Full Metal. But I'm just saying, people are a little bit sketchy throwing, and this is just what I've heard. People are sketchy throwing $2,000 plus on a bash, and they, I've seen some of your posts saying that it would be, a year. You're shooting for a year, but some of your other runs took longer. And it wasn't you. It was obviously the wait time, because anybody who's fucking anybody can come into the hobby now and they can say, hey, that's great clothes. Who made it? And you're like, Yunsil. Everybody's like, send them off to Yunsil. And they do every single motherfucking character in the Stranger Things. I literally saw a post of some kid the other day. He wanted to do, I've never seen the Stranger Things, but there's like 7 kids that run around in the streets and shit. And
something like that. And
he wanted to do a Yunsil run for every single fucking kid in the movie.
Yep.
Meanwhile, guys like Rain Man and K. June and, other artists like Johnny and fucking, Scott Peterson, guys like that are like, well, I guess I'll just go outside and walk in the street.
Nah, and we can talk about that, because I already got shit laid out what they can sit there and do.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Odell, will you please?
Oh, wait. First, let's real quick clear the air. When y'all say bash, all right, this is what I'm thinking of a bash. I'm gonna go on eBay.
Right. Okay. I get it. eBay bash and the Candyman bash It's different, and I totally understand. Like, yo, check this out. Let me just pull a fucking set out of my asshole. The Saw set.
Exactly.
Okay, so check this out. Okay, so Rain Man did the head. He did the Billy, the alternate head, and he did the paint. But the clothing, I believe, was Iris. The hidden blade was Full Metal. The bike was Robbie. The chain, I believe, was, Rain Man, and the foot. Okay, so right there, you got 3-4 artists involved in this set, but it's Rain Man. It's his brand. So if it's Blue Magic, motherfucker, you call that shit Blue Magic. Have you ever seen American Gangster, homie?
I've seen it, but if you guys need,
you know what you need to do, Odell? You know what you need to you know what you need to do? This is a very simple solution. You need, so I Mini Me, right? Denny Kim. Everybody's like, oh, Denny Kim's a good artist. It's like, motherfucker, Denny Kim has never done anything. He's a run organizer. You know what you need to do? It's very simple. You need to come up with a brand name.
Yeah, but you need people to follow you right afterwards too, man. And that's the problem.
Bro, you should just hide in the fucking trenches. Don't even say who you are. Don't say what you're about. And just call yourself Death. And say,
no, it's not that. You can call yourself whoever. It's the price. People can't afford some of this shit.
Well,
and God,
that's true.
God knows I've had a headache on that.
Yeah, I already know that. Don't be name dropping on my podcast, son.
No, there's not gonna be no name dropping.
Right. So would you like to get back on track and talk about this? What the fuck were we talking about?
Talking about Candyman.
Okay, but what were we talking about before? Like the Yunsil, the wait times and shit. So you need to go down the street to fucking the Korean ghetto or whatever the fuck you said, the apartment buildings that she hangs in. You need to walk up in that bitch and you need to say, hey, Yunsil, have you heard? You need to, first of all, tell her to say her name out loud so we can fucking mimic it. Because I've heard Yunsil, Yunsil. Shout out to Ron Middleton. Joe Biz, 34, he calls her Yunsil, gives me severe chest pains. And we need to first of all figure out how the fuck to pronounce your name because it literally drives me crazy. But you need to go up in that bitch and you need to say, hey, can you please give the artists that put you on a bump in line?
Not gonna happen.
She's not gonna do that because of the money.
Man, if she's running the business,
bro, I understand that, but her business got booming because Rain Man fucking slipped up. I'm not gonna not blame Rain Man. He gave the plug out. He told people. I think it was that Aaron dude, that Heisenberg on Sideshow Freaks. Oh, we're not name dropping.
No, don't name drop it. I know who it was.
Okay,
he shouldn't have dropped the info.
Okay, so he don't give a shit. I haven't seen him for a long time, but he's all right. So he gave the name out, and then it spread like the coronavirus. You feel what I'm saying? But I still think that I still truly believe that she should give fucking Rain Man dibs. And K. June dibs.
Rain Man.
Odell, could you imagine, bro? What the fuck if Rain Man could get a full fucking clothing set run in 3 weeks? You would not be seeing motherfucking E.T., homie. Like, straight up. Yo, Rain Man. I know I'm not I know that. I'm not letting you talk right now. I'm being a dickhead. But listen, I'll let you grab the mic, but hold up. Rain Man hit me up. And this was 2 months ago. He goes, friend, I want to make a figure again. I'm like, God damn, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we haven't seen shit for a long time. He goes, yes, but problem is clothing. Now, you can sit there and say, oh, well, he can go on the fucking, he can figure out another tailor. Why doesn't he figure out? No. Yunsil's the shit.
There's no problem.
Huh?
There's no problem, man. It's like this, okay? If Rain Man, let's just pick somebody a character out of the blue.
Okay. Johnny Depp from Blow.
Okay.
I love that movie.
He wants to do that, and Yunsil's going to sit there and do the tailoring.
How come you always say, hey, you know how many times you say sit there by the way?
Yeah, say it a lot.
All right, go ahead.
So all he needs to do is announce it and put the number as far as how many he's going to sit there and do. There it goes again.
Sit there.
How many he's going to do.
Yeah.
And get the money, pay her. We don't need to see the pictures like he used to do back in the day. I think her reputation is good enough to know you're going to get a fire outfit.
Right, I agree. You don't need to see a prototype from Yunsil.
Sit there. Oh, there we go again.
Woo!
All right.
Sit there.
That's like Robert sitting there saying,
you just said sitting there. You just said that's like Robert sitting there and saying that. So that's fucking 4 times in 25 seconds.
Okay. Anyway,
I'm gonna do a whole count, a sit there count in the bottom right screen corner of the screen. Go ahead.
All right. So announce that, and you're gonna have people showing up and being like, okay, yeah, I'll take that. How much? Take the money, pay her to do what she needs to do. You're gonna wait, but in the meantime, what is Lee gonna have to do? He's gonna have to sculpt the thing. He's gonna have to, if he gets 20 sets, let's say he's gonna do 20 sets, and that's it.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to paint all of that. First, he has to sculpt it. Then he's going to have to paint all of it.
Okay,
and
so
that takes him a while.
Well, sculpting takes 3-4 days. The painting takes a long time. It's the casting that takes a while. I've already talked to him about this. But bro, you can't sit there and say that it's just easy peasy now, because bro, when Yunsil had like half of the wait list that she has now, bro, do you remember the year that Rain Man did literally he released Reagan, the DX, both beds, all the sexualness, the priest, the Dracula, and the beginning of the year was the Shining set, when clothing was more accessible. It's just impossible now. Now, he could figure out things like, pick 5 characters and put your name down. It's like when I go to the tattoo shop. It's like I don't book 1 appointment. I book 5 fucking appointments 2 weeks out, because his list is like a year out. So I go and book 5 in a row, and then that year, like when my time is up, it's fucking bam, 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 bam. It's all good. He could be doing that. I don't know why he doesn't, but the clothing runs are slowing shit down. And then when Rain Man does decide to come out with a fucking figure run, it's E.T. and everybody's like, oh God, E.T., what is he, gay? And I'm just like, hey, E.T. doesn't need fucking clothes. And Yunsil is too goddamn busy doing Tupac, doing Biggie, doing fucking... And you know what? Let me tell you something. I'm not even hating on you, Odell, at all. Because I'll be honest, you present these things in a classy way, okay? You know enough about the hobby politics to present this shit in the right way. But
you see, okay, who's this? Okay, so Gigas, whatever his name is.
I don't know, Kid Bashers, Odell.
It's working out for him. That dude is already on like figure number 5 of a release.
So, are you talking about like Shumi Arts or what?
I don't know what his name is. It's Lee knows who he is. He put out the Titanic and that She.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Now he just did something from Snatch.
But what tailor is he using, dude?
He's using Yunsil.
Huh. So this
dude has paid for, like, he's using his own money.
Bro, he's laying pipe too, son. He's giving her the DIC.
Nah, she's married. But anyway, he had already sat there and like paid for like 3 or 4 runs. So he did this, like, he's got some of these projects he had already paid for like years out. I wouldn't say years out, but maybe a year out, and they're just getting the samples out. So like, he'd already sat there and showed the whole figure done. Pictures and everything, said whoever wants to jump on, this is the cost for this and that. He finished like 3 runs within the past 2 years.
So you're saying it is doable, and I understand that. If you see shit like that, then yes, it can be
doable.
done.
You need the money.
Right.
You need the money.
All right. Well, fair play.
Because Lee could sit there and say, for the next my next projects are going to be these 3 characters right here. They're already scheduled for her to do the clothing runs. This is what I'm doing. This is how much I'm charging. And he could first start with figure number 1. Everybody pays for it. He starts working on it. And then while we're waiting for the clothing, he could sit there and start figure number 2.
Right. I get it. There's things that can be done, differently, and it's nobody to blame but the artist. There are hiccups in the road though for every art. Like, for example, Lee just sold the dude head sculpts or whatever, and here I'm gonna show the viewers real quick. Like, check this out. Hold up. So hold on.
Everybody's doing the dude now.
No, I'm just showing. I have a few of these. So this, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8 of these. This is Magic Sculpt resin, and then hardeners. So basically, I have all the resin for Rain Man's dude head because they don't sell in Korea, or they don't ship to Korea. I mean, so
what do you mean?
No. He hit me up, and he's like, hey, will you buy all this resin for the fucking dude heads or whatever? And I'm like, yeah, buddy, what's up?
Oh.
Motherfucker, I paid for it and shit. I'm like, nah, don't even worry about it. So money ain't a thing for Rain Man, but he's like, man, I can't find any fucking resin places that'll ship here because he's specific on the resin he uses. So point of my whole fucking rant getting up and showing the camera and shit is wait times, motherfucker, because I had to wait literally 2 weeks for the goddamn resin. It just showed up yesterday. Now I got to ship that shit fucking one day. It's probably, 40-pound box. They probably hold it at the fucking border because of the coronavirus and shit. What? There's a process to this shit.
Wait. Let me jump in right quick.
Yeah.
Lee needs to talk. Lee needs to talk to me. Okay? The dude hasn't spoken to me in years because he thought I was making fun of one of the Bill the Butcher sculpt.
So he still has not talked to you since then?
Nah. And he needs to, because guess what? That resin that he needs, you don't need to ship that shit internationally. You can mail it to me, domestic. I have a military address on base.
No
shit.
You
can ship that shit. You can ship that to me, and it's only going to cost you like if you were mailing it to fucking New Mexico.
Bro, send me your info, son.
And then when I get it, all I got to do is just go downtown to the Korean post office and mail it to him.
All right, that's fire, bro.
He needs to talk to me.
Okay, so I'll message Lee and I'll be like, hey, get out of here with that. People need to get over shit, bro. Like, that's another thing that me and Tim were talking in the last podcast, because me and Tim were fucking, people don't like Tim and this and that. And, everybody, we've all heard shit about Stiff Richards. It's fine. It's rightfully, I deserve every last bit of shit talk possible. But at the end of the day, it's like, I'll talk shit to you all day, Odell, but you're like, yeah, it is what it is. I see where he's coming from. You'll talk shit to me, and I'm like, yo, I feel you on that, player. So, yeah, he needs to unblock you on the fucking, I don't even know what you said, the Bill the Butcher shit. No. But
I didn't say nothing. I posted, and I was like, this shit is fire. And then Robert jumped in with a picture of Hulk Hogan.
Oh, yeah. Then Robert Raymeyer posted the picture of Hulk Hogan, which that was funny, right? It was fine. It made sense. It was just a joke. But he got
everyone
pissed.
Jumped in.
Okay. So, yeah, people need to get over shit. You coming into this hobby, you developed a really bad reputation, such as myself. I respect... Let me tell you. Are you laughing? Man,
this shit is hilarious.
Bro,
it's old. It's old, but
who gives a fuck? Like, bro, let me tell you this. Okay, so if I compared the hate that I've received and the hate that you've received, it's pretty fucking even.
I'm mad. I'm mad at Nenny D. He hasn't called me in so long. So
Nenny D.
Yeah, if he's listening to this, I'm so mad. He hasn't called to check up on me to see if I'm okay.
I was just talking to my boy Nenny motherfucking D. Nenny D, I know you're watching this, fucker. He gonna be the next guest on the podcast. I'm gonna talk to him about some shit. But, bro, yeah, people need to get the fuck over shit. It's crazy, man. But anyway, you've had your fair share of haters, and you know what you did? You stuck through it, and I was thinking about this the other day when I saw one of your posts. I was talking in a group chat about, my buddy JMD was saying that, like, he's like, damn, I think I'm the oldest motherfucker, like the collector in, SSG. And I'm like, huh. He goes, it was that or Ron Millen, Joe Biz. He's out though. He bounced. But Odell, you were around in like 2011, right? When did you start this shit? How did you come across this hobby?
Shit, that was like in 2000. When did I leave Hawaii? That was like in 2010.
So 2010, you were introduced to this hobby.
First, saw Magnus' video. Shout out to Magnus.
Yeah.
Once I saw his video, then he introduced, pretty much showed me where Juan was at, and then.
Oh, so you came in this shit trying to fucks with Juan's customs?
Shit, Juan, and if he's listening to this.
Juan's listening too.
Yeah, he needs to jump in on that candy, man. I know he said he's busy. He needs to do it. Owe me by doing that off those 2 fucking Freddies he sent me. Goddamn, back in 2000.
Oh boy, I remember them Freddies. You called that fucker out, bro. You called him out.
He knows.
You put his ass on blast, bro. You were like, "What's with this fucking silly putty, One's Customs?" So what do you want? What do you want One's Customs to do with the Candyman run?
I want him to do the rib cage and the bloody stuff.
Well, that's One's fucking specialty, sir.
Yeah.
So
he got time. We got time. And shit, put some money in his pocket. Who don't want money?
I'll talk to him if you want me to talk to him. You got the plug on the Yunsil fucking Yunsil clothing or whatnot, but I'm a fucking pull one aside and I'll be like, hey, let's do the Candyman.
Put some money in his pocket, man.
So you came across this shit. You got into One's Customs, and what right now? We're coming up on
48 minutes.
Yeah. So what is your favorite figure in your collection right now?
Are we saying figures or just anything I got?
Okay, so it doesn't. I know you got like the Freddy bust. I know you got the fire ass statues from Arnie Kim. Yeah. So let's just say both. Figure. Okay, so start with figure. So let's just say your little Korean apartment blew up in fucking flames. What figure do you grab? You gotta hurry, motherfucker. We're burning.
That part 6 Jason, man.
Woo! The part 6 motherfucking Jason. Do you got the coffin, bro?
Yeah, we talked about it. I got the whatchamacallit, that mummified Jason corpse in there.
Right, bro. I want a fucking body to put in that bitch.
I got the file. It's easy to print.
See, that kind of scares me about the hobby. You're like, let me just fire up the printer real quick and I'll make you 10 of them.
And there's only one made. So I was a little sketchy, but I was like, if some people out there do want it, then I'll go on ahead and put a little price tag. It ain't gonna be too expensive, but it has to be printed. You can't cast it because his hands are close to his chest. Makes
sense. I mean, I don't know how this shit works, but it makes total sense. So you would grab part 6 Jason. How about any collectible in your apartment? What do you grab?
Well, of course, that's going to be that Arnie Kim,
the Superman. You have the Superman in the outfit and the Clark Kent, right?
Yeah, I wanted the Zod set, but I'm like, fuck, he wants like 18 G's for that shit.
Yeah, the trio.
Yeah.
So it would be the Superman statue.
Oh, no doubt.
Okay, let me ask you another question. If you could have one figure right now that's already in the market, what would it be?
One that's in the market.
Okay, so a figure that's in the market and you could just get it mint in box shipped to your house.
I want that Shining set.
The grand package?
Yep.
Good call. That's a fucking...
It's either that or Pretty Woman.
Yeah, Pretty Woman's fire too. I have both of them, just so everybody knows. Everybody knows. I have both of those sets, but I don't have the Superman statue. So how in the fuck did you come across that part 3? Goddamn, Jason! I just saw that other video. I just saw a video you just uploaded. You got a fucking original full set part 3.
Yep.
Oh, I think we talked about it when it happened. I don't remember when it happened, but motherfucker, you got so lucky with that shit, because I was going through my collection yesterday. I was cleaning the detolfs and shit. That part 3 Jason, bro, from Beto Metalli, the original, the full set, that makes that you literally look at that and your dick starts getting chubby, and then you're like, God damn, it's fucking rowdy.
Well, I mean, think about it. Nobody sat there and said I'll find Doc or Anton.
You got those for dirt cheap, and you were fucking telling the world on YouTube, and I was like, God damn it, you fucking asshole! Why are you telling these guys that you're getting them for $6?
Those were the days.
Hey, you got you, yeah. Well, and there's nothing wrong with shit talking, by the way. But you got the dude too, full set, or is that a fucking Heads and Clothing set?
Nah, that was the Head and Clothing.
Speaking of the dude right now, did you know that the dude that the clothing is done by fucking AdBlue and not Yunsil?
Nah, I didn't know that.
Bro, neither did I. Like, what the fuck? People are selling.
But now.
People are selling Rain Man dude Heads and Clothing sets for $1,500, and I'm like, yeah, it's a Head and Clothing set, blah blah blah. But it had AdBlue motherfucking clothing on it, son. At least that's what I was told. I could be wrong.
I didn't know that, but I mean, anybody can do that outfit now.
Yeah, the hobby's definitely fucking mad oversaturated.
No, the hobby it's saturated, but everything that you guys want is the same thing that I want. I would love to have Rain Man drop a release, but he's got to drop something that I'm interested in. That I wasn't interested in Chucky, man. I can go fucking buy Chucky at Walmart.
No, but the thing is, dude, is like I understand what you're saying, but it's so I feel like I can't miss out on a Rain Man. Obviously, people fucking tease me, make fun of me that I just like fucking ride on Rain Man wiener all day. I just love his work overall, and the look that it has when it's displayed is just priceless to me, and it gives me.
What do you think?
But bro. With the clothing issues and all the bullshit going on now in the hobby, like, you can't be so selective, dude. I mean, you got fucking 10 different projects going on. You got fucking mannequins laying around in your apartment with fucking 1/3, 1/4, 1/1 scale Tupacs and shit. Like, you stay busy.
Testing it out.
Bro.
Testing it out. Yeah.
You stay busy. But I'm just sitting here waiting patiently for one of my favorite artists to release a figure. I like this art aspect, and I don't give a fuck. Like, bro, Jesus, perfect example. Talked about it on our last podcast. Right, fire. It's a fire-ass fucking figure. When he announced it, would I have liked to see, like, the Jaws set? Yeah, obviously. From K-June, we were talking about him doing Jaws. But he announced that he was doing Jesus, and I was like, Jesus. But now look at it.
That shit is fire.
Bro, that shit is fucking so fire. So I always jump on a fucking K-June run, a Beto run. Speaking of Beto, let's speak of Beto real quick, and I'll let you go pretty soon here, buddy, because I know it's like, what, 2 a.m. over there?
Worried about that. I go to work when I want to go in.
Fucking swag. Beto Metalli, bro. Guess what's shipping this week?
Nathan or
Odell?
Yeah, he's been working on that for a minute.
Bro, I got the prototype saved on my phone. This is no bullshit. I'm going through my fucking photos. I got like 7,000 photos. I'm trying to erase some. I took a screenshot of the prototype of Nathan. August 2nd, 2015, going on 5 years, and the prototype was done. He said it was the hardest figure for many reasons. You know, Lou doesn't like making suits. Weathering for Beto has always been, you know, low key. He doesn't like to slop his shit all over the place. He doesn't want his customers to pull Nathan out of the package and have it smell like a pound of potting soil. You feel what I'm saying? So with that, you know, if you look at some of the weathering, there's chunks and shit on it, and there's issues with it sticking to the figure. And, you know, should I say his name? Brian Dooley. Those of you who don't know, we're going to talk about this real quick. 1/6 Expo, 2013, I believe. Beetle Metalli it was in California. All fucking One's Customs was there. Beetle Metalli, Lou, they had all their figures on display for sale for like $500 a piece. People were like, God damn it, what do you bump your head? $500. Now that's what you pay for shipping. But Brian Dooley came up to him and apparently was like, hey, what are you doing with this Fluffy, bro? And it was just insane because apparently Brian Dooley had the license, the likeness rights, whatever the fuck you call them, for Creepshow. We're talking cease and desist letters. We're talking this, that, and the other fucking thing. Beetle has been wanting to make Nathan for fucking 8 years and finally decided to do it. It's a very exclusive run. I don't know how many are on there, 15 to 20-ish, and it's shipping. And that's going to be a figure, Odell, that you're going to wish you fucking would have jumped on.
I've seen it, and I've seen the details, and it's fire. It's just, I mean, Creepshow. I mean, you got the shit tatted on you. I know you're a diehard Creepshow fan. Me, I mean, it was a good film, but it's not something that.
Well, yeah, but please tell me how good fucking Jason Lives Part 6 was, fucker. Go ahead, I'll wait.
That's my shit.
Nah, well, see, that's the thing. You grew up with the shit. That's your shit, son. Yo, bro, when you're a young kid and you're watching Creepshow, dude, that shit's fucking rowdy. It's just nostalgic. It's why we do this. It's why we collect what we collect and how we collect. It brings us good feeling and everything's fine and dandy. And Creepshow is just one of those movies that, you know, I fuck with. And, you know, Jason Lives is fire too. But Beetle's shipping that shit this week. Hopefully we get it soon. I don't know. I'm kind of all over the place. There's no whatever. We just hit over an hour. Is there anything else you would like? What up?
Is there going to be a review?
Oh, yeah. I'll do an unboxing and a review. I was just talking to a buddy of mine. Like, I'm trying to, you know, my old YouTube channel, I had over 3,000 subs and shit. And then I erased it because I got fucking whatever. A bunch of shit happened. And now I'm trying to build that up again. And, dude, it is impossible. Literally impossible to have any type of decent following when you're reviewing custom figures, bro. Zero.
No, I doubt it. If you got to be constant with it. That's the problem.
Did you see my Red Band video?
Yeah.
I fucking had to take that down, dude. I was getting hammered so hard. Dude, it's sad, bro. That Red Man shit, bro. I'm watching fucking people on YouTube, and they don't even know what the fuck they're doing. Like, half these guys don't even know what the fucking story is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well-known guys on YouTube. Guys I watch and talk to. They're like, I'm about to do this review of the David Redman or the fucking Redman Dracula. It's like, bro, do you know what Redman is, dude? Nah, they don't know. So I did that video of unboxing, and I fed it to my dogs and shit. Whatever, funny. Bro, when I tell you I got hammered...
What? Who gives a fuck? It's trash. It's trash.
Right.
I keep arguing with I ain't putting his name out on Facebook all the time because he posts shit up with Dracula and David. I'm like, dude, I can look at it and I can tell the tailoring is trash, and everybody wants to jump in about the license, this, license, that. It has nothing to do with that. If it's your money, you can do whatever you want, but at the same time, you have a company that's going to sit there and rob you of your money and give you shit for it. You're getting shit in return.
Okay, so just real quick touch up on this, just because this is good. Because you fucking recast it in the beginning, right?
Now, let's clear the air on that shit, all right? What head was it?
It was the Bateman.
It was the Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne.
No. It was the Bruce Wayne head.
And you fucking did it. You made it like 6 casts.
I did it.
Not knowing, and you gave them to your fucking little nephew or some shit.
I made one for my brother-in-law. I made one for a friend of mine. I didn't charge nobody. I didn't know.
No, I get that. I get
that.
that. You know what, dude? Let's listen. You don't need to fucking explain yourself. People like you came when you were doing this. It was a long time ago, and you didn't understand. Like, back in the day, bro, you were talking mad shit about all these fucking idiots paying X amount of dollars for clothing, and now look at you. You're fucking laying pipe in Yunsil's office. Like, people
Dude,
people
quit
change.
saying that.
I used to fucking, I used to call everybody fucking gay faggots. Just to fucking fuck with them, because I knew that, the people that, kind of collect this stuff are kind of fragile. So I'm like, hey, fuck all you. So we've all made mistakes. It's fine. We know you're not a recaster, Odell. It's fucking fine. But it's just funny to bring the shit up a little bit. I had to just throw a little shade, if you feel what I'm saying. I forgot what I was talking about before that, because I had Red Man Toys. So
yeah,
you said they bring up license. Now, it's a very, 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 very interesting thing. So I've been arguing about fucking license and copyrights and Rain Man stealing and shit. Now, this is very interesting. And you know who said it? Nenny D. Shout out to my boy Nenny motherfucking D. He'll be the next guy on this podcast, or he'll be on soon. So he said, guys, Rain Man, Beto, all they're doing is fan art. It's fan art.
Yeah,
and I thought to myself, I'm like, damn, fan art. So if you go into these other hobbies, okay, you go into these other, like I'm in a lot of Jason Voorhees groups and shit, like michaelmyers.net. These guys are doing runs and small little fucking production runs of masks and busts. Like, there's this one artist that's doing, 10 fucking life-size Michael Myers run. Like, straight up, we'll send you the mannequin, everything you need for this bust, and it's fucking fire. The hands and shit, boots. Now, it's fan art, right? It's a fan doing art. It's like, people don't knock motherfucking fan-made films. People don't knock that these guys are doing these runs of, busts, but it's the fact that these things are 12 inches, and so are the hot toys. They're 12 inches, and they got real clothes. So people confuse them with there being the same thing, when they are not the same motherfucking thing. And Beto Matali does not need to reach out and get the motherfucking likeness rights for Leatherface when he makes 3 Pretty Womans in his garage, guys.
Yeah, it's not a mass production.
Right, it's a piece of fan art, and that is what all it is. It's fan art. So Rain Man getting ripped off by Red Man Toys, and people saying, "Oh, well, he didn't have the likeness rights in the first place." It's like, guys, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding?
I can't argue with them anymore.
I don't argue with them anymore. I'm just bringing it up, and this is probably the last time. I'm going to try to have this be the last time I bring it up. But we got to talk about a little bit of recast and license and shit with Odell on the phone.
I will say this: what we need to talk real quick to talk about before we get off is somebody about to get paid.
Tased?
Yi Lim, not laid, paid. Yi Lim, when she starts up in April 1st and takes new commissions on painting, that girl is about to make bank.
So she's not taking commissions now, but in April she's going to?
She's been booked for the whole year.
I know you fucking know too. So, you probably keep tabs.
No, she's let me tell you this. So I think she charges now like about $300 a head.
Right.
So April 1st, there's already over 100 people that are already going to start sending in their heads straight to her and pay her. I mean, think about it. I mean, in one day, this woman can possibly sit there and make like 30, 50, probably close to 100 G's.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna be, her whole year is gonna be booked out in maybe a matter of days.
She's good as fuck, bro.
She is. And her husband, I can't remember his name, but shout out to him. He's a sculptor too, and he can sculpt his ass off.
So they're just gonna fucking just hit it hard, huh?
they're talking about sitting there doing runs and creating characters, and I'm like, fuck, y'all, that's bank right there.
I think they should stand there, not sit there. If they stood there and talked about doing runs, it might be.
And you know what I mean.
All right. Well, I don't know.
I wish I had the talent to paint like that.
Yeah, could you imagine if you could just fucking whip out the paintbrush and just paint a couple of head sculpts like that? Those Asians, bro. One's customs always told me, he's like, well, they're Asian-ish, but they're like the most talented human beings in the world when it comes to that shit. And that's what one always used to tell me. He's like, bro, the only reason I can sculpt at all is because I'm part Asian. And I'm like, I know that, buddy. Those fuckers are talented, bro. They run the world straight up.
Look, like I said, when dude hit me up on Instagram, was like, hey, I got a whip here for you. He just said, do me a favor, don't show nobody, because he said, I'm not done, but I'll be done later on next week, and he'll have it painted. Man, when he sent me that shit, man, my fucking dick got hard. Ooh. I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, you did this in a matter of weeks. And again, it wasn't by computer, and I have nothing wrong with anything being done by computer, but he did this by hand in a matter of weeks.
Yeah, that's fire.
And you can see Tony Todd. You can see him as Ken. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, that's crazy.
One, you need to get on this ribcage set, man.
One, if you're listening, I'll message one. I'll talk to him about it, but I'm gonna wrap this up. We're well past an hour now, so I gotta bounce all this and edit it. I feel like we still have so many things to touch on, and I want to do more of these episodes, so we'll call this Odell 1 of 2 or 1 of 3, because we need you back on the show, buddy. Good luck with your candy, man. It'll sell out. Once motherfuckers start seeing shit, people start buying. It'll annoy the shit out of you, but it just is what it is. And
no, if I get one's name on there, it's done. I'll get 20 people.
Oh, you're clout chasing now, boy. You're clout chasing. You're trying to get one's name on that bitch. I feel you.
Hey, legend.
I know. He's my boy. So, all right. So, with all that being said, it was good talking to you. Thanks for taking time out of your night to talk to old Stiff Richards. For those of you watching, please stay tuned. We have plenty more to come. We got some artists coming up on this bitch. We just got to teach them English first. We got to teach them how to speak English, but it's gonna be fire. So until next time, guys, we are out like a motherfucking boner in spandex, guys. Stiff Richards, Odell Young, Mr. Lick You Down 99. We out this bitch later.